Hey, welcome back to another Axe Cards video. And now we're going to be having the first of the 2017 World Championship decks. Going to open and go through and show you what cards are inside. First one we're going to do is Naoto Suzuki. Hopefully I'm not butchering his name. His deck name is Golisodor, which is one of the 4 which are featured this year. We'll get more to what's inside, but he was a Masters finalist this year using Golisopod and Garbodor, basically. I'm not going to spend too much time going through the back. One cool thing I do like, I always like every year with the World Championships, is the Pikachu Pin. So it was Anaheim last year. Well, this year. So the pin is slightly different from what we've seen before, and the card back, as always, is pretty phenomenal. So let's take a look inside and see what we get. Some people love these decks, others don't really care for them. Personally, I think they're awesome for practicing your game or just having your hands on some cards. Yes, they might not be legal, tournament legal, but you can still play and have fun with them and collect them. So like I was saying, the image, the logo this year is awesome. So you got Lycanroc, you got Alolan Executor, Litten, Rowlet. You have Alolan Raichu, looks like Passimian, looks pretty awesome. Oh, Popplio is down there as well. So as always, these booklets are kind of cool, so it kind of gives you an overview of what went down at the championship, what countries were participating, as well as the different brackets, so who did what, so juniors, and then you have the Masters. So the deck here we're looking at, this dude finished in 2nd place to Diego Casaraga. I believe he's also featured, but we'll get to him in a later video. And then, as usual, they have some pictures and stuff like that of other notable people from the community and at the event. Normally there are pictures of the winners of the different divisions and stuff like that. And a little bit of write-up about them, which is kind of cool, especially if you're watching the live stream or if you actually happen to be there. So it even goes down to 4th place, I think, for the different divisions. So yeah, this is the deck here for the guy we're looking at. He's from Japan. That's kind of cool. And a little bit of write-up for everyone else, which is awesome. So yeah, something fun to collect. Moving into the packs itself, let's take a look at the pin. The Anaheim Pikachu pin. Let me just make sure you can see it. Okay. Really cool looking. It's almost like a little pennant flag or something. Goes nicely with all the other pins that they've had in past years. Let's see what the 2 front cards are in this deck. Every World Championship deck normally has 2 cards that stick in the front. And this guy had, well, Bridget was the card we saw the card back of from Breakthrough, and Golisopod, of course, makes sense. Given the deck name. I'll stack these guys up here. So there are 2 packs, this and also his deck box, which is a unique color. Each of the 4 always have a different color. So let's start by going through this pack here to see what came within. So we have a Primal Clash Teammates. Ooh, Guzma. So this would have been brand new for the World Championships. This is part of Burning Shadows that came out in the beginning of August. So it would have been eligible just barely for the World Championship. So a couple Guzma, Hex Maniac ends are always nice. 2, I guess he went with, no, 3 ends. Professor Sycamore. A full play set of Sycamores. A Rescue Stretcher. Ultra Ball, always popular. A full set of those guys. So we have a 2nd Golisopod in our deck. And a 3rd. Double Colorless Energy. I'm guessing it's a full play set of these guys. No, 3 of those. Then we have a bunch of Grass Energies. And then, yep. And then we also had VS Seekers. These just rotated out just after the World Championship, I believe, so that would have been legal then. And then we got a Rainbow Energy and a couple of these guys. Yep, full 4 Rainbow Energies. Let's move on to the deck box itself now, which is pretty cool looking. This will be the final 30 cards. So we have World Championship deck. I always get a lot of questions about these. So the World Championship code cards do not unlock these cards online. It would be nice, but it doesn't. It's just the card back, and I think that might be all actually. Maybe a coin or something. Heavy Ball, Wimpod. We need these guys for our Glissopods. Probably a full play set of those. Yep. Then Garbodor. So this was the other catch card in his deck. So we had the Garbodor, 2 different sets of Garbodors, one from Breakpoint, one from the Sun and Moon. For the Garbotoxin and the Trashalanche. And then Trubbish. Breakpoint's Trubbish. Ooh, so first time we're seeing the Tapu Lele, for me anyway, in the World Championship form. This is still a very popular card, so I'm guessing people will be interested in that. Oh, so we also had Tapu Koko. So this is the the figure collection box promo that came in it that sold well. SM30. So you had one of those guys. Acerola, Choice Band, Field Blower, and then Float Stones. And that's gonna be all. Awesome. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I have 3 more decks to open up here shortly, and stay tuned if you're interested in any of those. I'll leave you with a final shot of the pin. See you in my next video.